All right, greetings in the name of King Heartofpsalms. Hold on, I see that my volume is low. Yeah, volume. Input there. Okay, and that's better. Yes, all right. Greetings, everyone who's watching True Colors for the very first time. May peace find everyone who is watching this video in the name of King Heartofpsalms. On this beautiful day of rest, today is the first day of rain here in the Promised Land. We will not pretty much be trying to call this place no more Gambia, because you keep doing that, you keep whatever the captors wanted to be. We want that to change. We got to change what we call something. And I'm just going to follow the following. He's never called it Gambia. He's called it the land. So that means what? The Promised Land. So we must call it what he calls it, the Promised Land. So yeah, we're here in the Promised Land. Look how that sounds better. People want to say, oh, we're in Jerusalem. Okay, yeah, we're in the Promised Land. Promised Land, we're in Jerusalem. Right? We're in the place that was promised to us in the time, watch this, of restoration. This is the place of restoration. The place to be restored. The place where everything will be brought back to life. So this will be the center. This will be the place where life began, because it's the time of restoration. It's the time for new beginnings. That's what the rain signifies. So, old things being washed away, new things coming in, new way of speaking. We've been saying, oh my goodness, oh, we need to understand that it is finished. What I mean by it is finished? We're going to look more into that, and we're going to talk about our experiences, man, just at church, just the realness of it. Because it's funny how when, saying if you leave a certain church or one church and go to another church, it might, all right, that's one thing. But if you leave the church altogether, oh, that's another thing. As long as you left the church, all right, you go to another church, all right, so you left one church and went to another church. Okay, well, at least you got back into the Lord. Look what they said. At least you got back into the Lord. But if you leave the church altogether, oh, you're with the devil. Because we have been taught that if you're not with the church, then you with the devil. You're in the streets. When you go to church, they say you came back to the Lord. And we equate that the same way. I left the church. I left the Lord for, when was I at the church? I was at the church for 16 years. So I was out of the Lord for 16 years. And it was just so hard. And one day I just got on my knees and just, said, Jesus, if you can just help me. And it was like everything was just drying up around me, and like, I didn't want to do these things anymore. So the only next thing I could go to is I just like, well, if the Lord can just use me now, he can use me now in my older age, then here I am. So the church become a place where old people go. Then the young people get there, be like, starts looking around, and like, everybody here, oh. So then young people want to run. And I know, again, you bring yourself back into the Lord. Was you in the Lord? was, you, was you in the Lord when you and Bob was getting it? Huh? Was you in the Lord? So then their job becomes to quench the fire in us. We don't have that many young people in the Lord. So when we get them, we try to hold on to them. Try to make fun activities for them. So now the church become a babysitting center. Child care. Daycare. Summer vacation school is summer daycare for a whole week. For free. And all they was doing was like giving us Satan. We could turn over to Satan for a whole week. To learn his name. To learn to sing his name in every single song. I mean, it's the truth. If the name is not JC, then we've been calling on the wrong name. No one wants to talk about that. Everyone talking about, well, when no one's perfect, then damn sure the church ain't. They far from it. And he said, unless your righteousness supersedes that of the scribe and Pharisees, you will not see the promised land. People like, you will not see heaven. Let me put it another way. You will not see the promised land. Just like Moses was able to see the promised land. But the one he actually first had, they didn't get to see the promised land. They died in the wilderness. Do you know where you're at right now? In the same place that's going to be a wilderness. After so many bombs come in, a place becomes depleted. Yes, a wilderness. Here's a promise, dude. Just on us alone. Forget the atom bomb. Forget that. They dropped a bomb on us, baby. What they done to us has got to happen to them. Watch this, because it has to happen. They literally, watch this. And that was in the scriptures. In the middle of our streets in Tulsa, Oklahoma, they dropped a bomb. Dead weight right in the middle of our neighborhood. Not thinking about the baby's life or the grown people's life. And then while the people was trying to run outside their doors, they up there what? With a 50 cal shooting them as they come out the door. Lock and loaded. So now 50 cals is going through people's bodies as they're trying to run out from the house on fire. This happened in America to one whole neighborhood, to the chosen people of my people. That's what, see, people that the Most High had to keep looking at the sky, you understand? Happened to my people, my chosen people. Let's make it that. Stop making it broad. Make it narrow. Those were my people. And they did it to their neighborhood. You know, we're talking about us being lazy, good for nothing. They can't say that. We had everything we needed right then and there. They took it away. And then now want to complain about we need some help. Let's play with them words. All because we would not refuse. We refused to take or have them kill one of our own because he defended himself. And we showed up with guns too that night too. At the courtyard. Meaning saying what? It was like, it's going to be a lynching here tonight. Saying, no, it's not. And we stood up for our own. It started a war because we stood up for our own. So they were showing us our black lives did not matter then. So why the fuck do they think they matter now? Excuse my French. So we have to stop calling what they call, because that's how they keep the power. We got to stop calling this place Gambia. We call this place the Promised Land, as the Father calls it. We have a responsibility to the truth. If the Father calls this place the land, the Promised Land, we need to do the same thing. As it is in the heavens, so it is on the earth. If we're the only one, if there's no one calling this place the Promised Land, everyone keep calling it Gambia, keep calling it Africa, but the Father only sees it as one way. Where is the connection? He keeps doing it. We keep breaking connection. We haven't connected yet. But he's still constant. He ain't changed it yet to Gambia at all. Watch this. He holds a place marker for me. Everything that we built, he holds the plans. Then I tell the plans that we have. Uncover what is hidden. So I want to greet everyone in the name of King Heartofpsalms. I want to give a warm, big, warm welcome to Queen Kennard, to Princess Michaela, Prince Micah, Princess Kaima, Prince Beautiful. Your guys here, right? We got some beautiful children, beautiful, right? And give a salute to Chris, who is also Enoch, and his family. Give a salute to Azaria, who's always in the background, to Rochelle, who's in the background, to Dwayne, who's in the background, but he's Elijah, but he's the way he is. Elijah is Elijah, right? Give a warm welcome to Custodia and Felipe, Andre, and Doris, and I know Quiet is listening to Nicodemus. She's one of those ones. There's a couple people who probably left Goshen who is listening still at this time undercover. There's gonna be some more people gonna come out up under the fabrics, up under the sheets and everything. Why? Like, yes, I was one of the Nicodemuses. Why? Because they're gonna start to see a lot of stuff in Goshen is gonna start to get better. And I love the fact that, and people say people have seen us in the worst light in some things, but that's why it says that do not despise small beginnings. Some seeds make it, some seeds don't. But it don't mean the whole thing is bad or wicked. Oh no. We just working through some things. But as we working through those things, guess what? Our things, everything got to flip. Everything's got to flip. Everything's got to flip. Everything's got to change. And things going to change because today we are looking at what the Father sees. We cannot care about what man sees, because then you're going to get messed up. Look at it. Man thought he had a whole bunch more time when the flood was coming. Come on now. We've seen that before. We see how the Father moved, and you understand this. It is finished. And it's been finished since 1998. So our mindset's got to be that every single day is borrowed time, because it is finished. It's been finished. So we're in the time of restoration because it is finished. There's certain parts in the Bible where it speaks like things have already been done. I was like, what? I was telling my wife, I was like, no, I said it is finished. She was like, what? I said it is finished. We're just walking out the rest of the time. But somewhere else in another time, we're already sitting with everything done. in a new kingdom at this moment. That's how the Father sees. It's already done. We're already in the new kingdom. He's just waiting up for us to catch up with his words. Notice how the Father said, from restoration, he never went back. Oh, yeah, we're in degradation now. I'm sorry, son. He has never changed his words from restoration. That means restore. That means to put back. That means to forgive. That means to repent. That means to change. We're in a time of change. Literally right now, it has not changed. And guess what? The people lined up. They just caught up. COVID-19 was the people just catching up to restoration. Father already declared restoration on when? Journey to Zion, right? I said it. I put it out there. That restoration had already started. Since then, the Father has not said anything less than restoration. So with the beast getting ready to take the throne, guess what that's part of? Restoration. It's needed. People are going to stop playing sides. The devil's going to take who belongs to him, and we take who belongs to us. That's what restoration means. Choose your sides. Because the same thing will happen with Noah. Think about it. Everybody who was with Noah, that was his one side. With the animals. All the animals, everything with nature was on Noah's side. Everyone else was not on Noah's side. They were on their own side. They were on the devil's side. They didn't make it. So in the time of restoration, in the time of the beginning, when we started something new, people have to choose sides, but you can't play both. So this is our time to choose and make our decision sure. Because it's coming. It is finished. Father do not care about another building going up. He don't care about that. Unless it has something to do with us for our restoration. That's all he cares about. Anything that's going to restore us, rebuild us, fulfill us. Because everyone else is being fulfilled off of us, from the labor of us, from the skin of us, from the bones of us, from the blood of us, from everything, all part of us that have literally made us into couches, shoes, belts, all kinds of accessories that you wear. I'm wearing this nigger, just like my nigger belt. It's made for many slaves. Like my shoes, they don't wear out because the skin of black people is like leather, but it's better. They have said this. History records it. We ain't making nothing up. They say it proudly. Go ahead, baby.
Salute to everybody watching Truth Colors for the very first time. Greetings to Goshen in the name of King Heartofpsalms. Everyone watching in the background, everyone a part of Goshen and the royal family.
Revelations. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image, and receive his mark into his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Elohim, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever. And they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Satan cast into the lake of fire. And the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are, and they shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. The great white throne. And I saw a great white throne, and him that sat on it, from whose face the earth and the heaven fled away, and there was found no place for them. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before Elohim, and the books were open, and another book was open, which was in the book of life. And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books, according to their works. And the sea gave up the dead which were in it, and death and hell delivered up the dead which were in them, and they were judged, every man according to their works, in death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death, and whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. But I will tell you what will happen to cowards and to everyone who is unfaithful or dirty-minded or who murders or is sexually immoral or uses witchcraft or worships idols or tell lies. They will be thrown into that lake of fire and burning sulfur. This is the second death.
Your haters, not your haters, they're your fruit testers. Your haters, not your haters, they're your fruit testers. Hey, Yahya says, your haters, not your haters, they're your fruit testers. Multitude like the haters, not your haters, they're your fruit.
Beats by Heartofpsalms.
Yeah. Truth colors, truth colors, truth colors, truth colors, truth colors, truth colors. Ayy, when you learn the truth, it will set you free. Many are held captive, stolen identity. But let me just shoot the breeze, release you from second squeeze. He's all like enemies, no matter the color you see. That truth flame, truth colors, truth colors, truth colors, truth colors, truth colors. Yeah, yeah, truth colors.
We are wide awake over here. Whoa. They had the power off for a while. Like 10 hours, dog. 10 hours. Just no power. 10 hours. I woke up in the rent. We had no power for 10 hours. But it was raining. So I woke up because it was raining. I heard the rain. And that rain was good. And that led me to make a call. And the person on the other end, boy, I know they probably was praying. But after that call, we got a connection. So it is finished. Okay. Genesis 1. Let's see the beginning. I'm the Alpha and what? The Omega. The way the beginning is the same way it ends. Let's see if there's any kind of buildings or anything around in the beginning. And if these things are not in the beginning, they're not needed for the end to take place. The creation. In the beginning, King Heartofpsalms created the heavens and the earth. That is the beginning. He created the heavens and the earth. Now the earth was formless and void, and darkness was over the surface of the deep. And the Spirit, or bring it out, King Heartofpsalms, was hovering over the surface of the waters. Let's go to the next part. John, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with King Heartofpsalms, and the Word was King Heartofpsalms. King Heartofpsalms was, he was with King, was God, was with King Heartofpsalms in the beginning. Through him, all things were made, and without him, nothing was made that has been made. Let's do that part again. Through him, through King Heartofpsalms, all things were made. So everything was made through King Heartofpsalms. And without King Heartofpsalms, nothing was made that has been made. That's even all the electronics you see before you. All that has been used through our name. So, none of these things were here before we got here. None. We've always been here. So none of these things are needed in the end for the end to come. We made the beginning by declaring it. So we're going to do what? We're going to declare the end. So the end, everything ain't going to keep going, keep going. No. It's get to the point where I'm just sick and tired. And I was like, you know what? It's finished. They say he will cut what the day short. Think about it. Like someone just realized, what? I gotta keep doing this no more. I'm done. It's finished. Woof. And it finished. That's what's taking place. I'm tired of all the different religions. I'm getting tired. They may do, look, notice how it has nothing to do with them getting tired. I don't even care if they're getting tired. I'm tired. I've been dealing with it for thousands of years. Now I'm tired. And if I'm tired, the Father's tired. And if I'm tired, guess what? Nature is tired. You know how many ghosts is about to be killed right now? Nah. Rams? Needlessly? Needlessly. It's not even needed. The Bible says a double-minded man is unstable in all of his ways. Hold up. I'm not going to assume anything. I am going to show what I am saying. In fact, I'm getting to the point, I'm about to start doing those smaller videos. I'm talking about smaller these videos. Smaller. It's not going to be like an hour or nothing like that. It's going to be like little small ABC type videos on one specific subject, breaking it down. Why is this? Then find the next thing, do the same thing, bring why so people have an understanding on these different things. So then when I'm speaking and I'm bringing all these different references on there, people might like, that was wonderful. Then they start putting it together. Like, wow, you know, King just said a whole bunch to us. The stuff making sense. We see this and this. But now sometimes I have that for y'all. But there's other people who want to come in, but they don't want to come into the long video. Just being real. I say a lot of good stuff. They be like, this stuff is good, but damn, that is 4 hours. Look at this. I don't know if I have that to give with my life right now. I got a busy life, busy span, busy whatever. So then for the ones who's coming in on what we understand, I have to literally take a small chunk and start off with A. I have to start off with milk. I do. So that's what I'm trying to do, because most people don't even understand the simple goes deep. But people are going to start to crave the milk. So I mean, the crave the milk it's got to be the very, very basic milk. When you come out the womb, wow, you know, here's some beef, son. Come on, eat up, chum. Eat up, kiddo. Wow. Oh, did you just put beef in his mouth? I'm trying to feed my son. He don't have no teeth. You know what? You're right. Let me prep. All right, let me break a little small piece off real quick. But it's not parade. It's not soluble. But all that he needs is right here in this little chunk of beef right here. But he's not able to digest it. He's not ready for that. That's y'all. Christianity has made you think you ready for it, but you ain't ready for it. Christianity ain't taught you anything but maybe the basics, and all it is, he the homie. Think about it. All you did was dance in the church. And when the pastor didn't have nothing else to say, we will have another selection by the A.B. Yeah, exactly. He ain't got nothing else to say to you. Let's start some worship. Let's do it. Think about it. Let's be real. Look. There's no need to be fake. You're going to go to hell for this. Think about it. So all jokes aside, well, not all of them, but all unrealness, there we go, aside. All ego aside. All pride aside. Let's admit the truth. Come on. I got to understand. Watch this. If I had left the church and went to another church, oh, that's like, well, at least he's still in the Lord. Hallelujah. He's still in the Lord. But I left the church completely. All he was saying. He was saying. Like we have to be in church to be saved. That's crazy. And then watch what we're in. Let's be real. Let's be honest. All right. The most people, when you were in church, let's put it like this. Other people were trying to clean the other people who seem to have more power than them. Let's be real. Well, I like Sister So-and-so. Their life, look, they got it all together. I wish my faith was strong as Sister Bucketmouth over there. I wish it was. She always getting blessed. We start to equate so-called blessings that the person is blessed. But think about it. Think about all the cars these people had. Nice cars too. Hallelujah. Nice everything. The trendsetters of clothing. And everyone on their way to hell. Everybody. They knew stuff going to hell with them. All of it. Think about it. Hold up. How was we being blessed? Who was blessing who? It's a good one. It's a good one right now. I'm going to do it again. We are blaspheming his name all day long. That in the bag of chips. All day, every day. Blaspheming the Son's name all day long. We are equating them to the devil. Every single time we give praise of our mouth, we're giving curses. While we thinking we are giving praise. While we keep worshiping Satan in this shrine, who we call church. We ain't gave not one praise to his name, not one day alone. But somehow we're getting blessed. Who's blessing you? Where's this coming from? Would there not be children of darkness then? Acting like children of light? Being blessed by their father, the devil? Because they're acting like the devil. The Father said, I would not give my glory unto another. So where we want to call him Jesus now, he's not going to give his glory towards it. He's not even going to do it. And we can't make him do it. So no matter how much we want to imagine this name work, the Father said what he said. We either going to stand with what the so-called experience was or stand with what the Father said. Oh, now, if you put your experience more so than what the Father said, you have made yourself to be a God, an antichrist. Try to make yourself equal but opposite of. They say he don't lie. Means ain't nothing about you though. He says it's for all the Jesus lovers. And I can say this why? Because I was there. And I don't care what your pastor done said, what you say. We're supposed to be led by what this word says on this part right here. Not what you heard in church. Understand that. The church does not replace the word. Your pastor do not replace the word. your prophet, your apostle, your evangelist. You do not replace the word. The word is the word. And I don't care. Oh, if you want to make an excuse that, oh, that's the Old Testament. It's the Testament still. It has a testimony. What testimony do your pastor hold? More than the word holds. He said, I will not give my glory to another. He said, yield. That means surrender. That means no matter how, it's like your kid begging you for a toy at the store. That's what it's like. It's the same exact, it's the same equivalence. Daddy, 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 please, 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 please. I want it, I want it. No. We are about to go home. Daddy, 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 but please, please, I really, really would want it. Please, 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 I'll be a good boy. I'll be a good boy. Please, 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 please. Boy, I said no. You about to get your behind tan up in this stone because you want to show out up in here. So now us dancing in the so-called church is us showing out, having temper tantrum. Doom, 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 doom. This stuff is sickening, but watch this. No one wants to have this conversation. Let's be real. We want to live in fantasy, la, 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 la. La 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 do 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 do. We are literally walking Disney characters. Sheep for the slaughter. Now people say, I am the Lord, that is my name. Now, part says, here is my servant. So that's going to be dealing with a behold. You can't say behold and there's nothing there. It's like, and presenting Kathleen. And then they go to the spotlight, boom, and she's not there. That's what that's like. But the Bible has a here, it means a behold. That means something to look at on the physical. It's not something like you just imagine. No. This is what it means. Here is my servant. Look how their hands is raised. Oh, what is those words up there? What it take? Oh, hold on. Let me see. Could that have dealing with the pain of our people? Following in the tracks of the slave trade to Jaffarine. Hold that thought. But hold on. In the church, hold up. Because see, a lot of people in the church will match this. You black, follow the tracks of the slave trade to Jaffarine. But in the real church, the church that we go to, this is the people we're taught to look at. Hold on. Let me get them real quick. Hi. Where they at? This one right here. Here we go.
This thing.
Yeah, here we go. Oh, there we go. Hi. Bokatov. Niggas, Israel right here, nigga. This is what we're taught in the church. Look at this. We're taught to perceive. They will not receive the Lord Jesus. I wonder why, because they're already children of Satan already. This is what you've been replaced with. Look, Watch this. They want to talk about our locks. But what is that? Goldilocks. That is literally your locks. Hold on, let me show you what that is. The real essence of this is this right here. The very essence of this. Why do they have to have their hair in locks to be over there in their land? Why? Why is that?
So you have to.
The men have their hair in those locks. Gee, looks familiar. Hold on, let me get a little. Oh, see it? Go to the next one. Hi, hi, hi. Hi. So you can get with this. No, hold on. It's the wrong way to do it that one. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. This is not the real thing. But look, for them to say they're in the promised land, they know they got to have their hair in a lock. If you are a leader, your hair has to be like this. Has to. All their speakers who are leaders or rabbis or others, they have this thing right here. Why is that? Because the leader of the tribe of Judah got his hair like, ha. So this lot is a sign of authority. And then they come against the locks on our head, but they will not come against the locks on their head. Make it make sense. Because the locks on our head shows forth our authority. That's why they want our hair cut. When we're into slavery, what happened to our head? Cut it off. Why? It means cut off their authority. And when you have a slave, what? They keep their hair cut low. Remember Samson, long hair, right? Power, strength. But it wasn't coming from his hair. It was a covenant. But as soon as his hair was cut low, boom, he lost all strength. Let's look at that real quick. Let's go. Let's go. Let's look at it. It's not just Samson. That's us. When your hair is cut low, that means you go into slavery. Samson. Hair. Samson's hair. My strength is in my hair. No, it wasn't. His strength was in the covenant that he made with me, that I made with his people, right? I made with his mom. He equated only to his hair. He lost it. Why? Because he was not in a relationship fully like he needed to be. Samson was doing what he wanted to do. So then when he said his strength is only in his hair, when his hair got cut, so was his strength. If he had said, I'm the source of the strength of him, they could have cut his hair, he still would have been okay. But the hair, cutting of his hair was the cutting of a covenant. It's a covenant that was made. So when that covenant was cut, so was his strength. The mom made a covenant with me. So the hair that we have on our head is a covenant. It's not a style. It's a covenant. So when people make it more than what it is, I'm like, what? You don't get it. Delilah discovers the secret. Ooh. Finally, after she has pressed him daily with her words and pleaded until he was sick to death, Samson told her all that was in his heart. See that? That's when you open yourself up for destruction. Told her all that was in his heart. My hair has never been cut because I have been a Nazarite to King Heartofpsalms from my mother's womb. If I am shaved, my strength will leave me, and I will become as weak as any other man. When Delilah realized that he had revealed to her all that was in his heart, she don't care. She sent this message to the lords of the Philistines. Come up at once more, for he has revealed to me all that's in his heart. Then the lords of the Philistines came to her, bringing the money in their hands. So all she wanted was just the money. Let's go. Watch this. Yep, 19, we go down. All right, with money in their hands, and having lulled him to sleep on her lap. Fall asleep, baby. She called a man to shave off the 7 braids of his head. They can't be braids. This is locks. The Bible says 7 locks. If you go to King James right now, it says locks on his head. Let's go there. Let's do it. We'll say 7 locks, because that exactly makes sense. 7 locks. There they are. 7 locks on his head. Bow. Then the lords of the Philistines came up unto her and brought her money in their hand, and she made him sleep upon her knees. And she called for a man, and she caused him to shave off the 7 locks of his head. Covenant. And she began to afflict him, and his strength went from him. And she said, the Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And he woke up out of his sleep and said, I will go out as the other times before and shake myself. And he was not, that King Heartofpsalms was departed from him, meaning he did not know. But the Philistines took him and put out his eyes and brought him down to the Gaza and bound him with fetters of brass. And he did grind in the prison house. Howbeit, the hair of his head began to grow again after he was shaven. This is a good thing. We'll start here. We need to start here. People don't understand your hair is a covenant. It's not just a style. The devil make anything into like something that's something playful. But your hair is not to be played with. This is a covenant. Samson and Delilah. They couldn't find a way to get Samson down at all. So they used a woman. And it came to pass afterward that he loved a woman in the valley of Shorek, whose name was Delilah. And the lords of the Philistines came up unto her and said unto her, entice him and see wherein his strength, his great strength lie. Let me find out. So she got to be a spy. And by what means we may prevail against him, that we may bind him to afflict him. And we will give you, every one of us, 1,100 pieces of silver. And Delilah said to Samson, tell me, I pray thee, wherein thy great strength lieth, and wherewith thou mightest be bound to afflict thee. Like, how can you be stopped? Can you understand that? Now, this is no different than this. Because I don't want people like, oh, this is so messed up. And think that where we has been have been any better. That's why I said we're going to start here. How might I find your strength? She literally, so we can stop you. Experience. There we go. Gee. Tuskegee syphilis study. Gee, what was this? Tuskegee Syphilis Study 1932, 1972 was an unethical. Hold on. No, that means like everyone's equal. You know what I'm saying? Every man is treated equally. You know, we have freedom of rights, freedom of speech. Unethical? That can be. Someone wrote this in here. They must have. Unethical don't mean nothing good.
Unethical.
Man. Unethical describes actions, behaviors, or practices that violate. Like violation? Okay. Violate accepted moral principles, societal norms, or professional codes of conduct. It essentially means not morally acceptable. Say what now? Often involving actions like lying, cheating, stealing, or exploiting others for personal gain. Jeez, go back to churches again. See what it says here again. Oh yeah, there it is. And the lords of the Philistines came up unto her and said unto her, entice him and see wherein his great strength lieth, and by what means we may prevail against him, that we may bind him to afflict him. And we will give thee, every one of us, 1,100 pieces of silver. And Delilah said to Samson, tell me, I pray thee, wherein thy great strength lieth, and wherein thou mightest be bound to afflict thee. And the first thing we go to when we go to the hospital, do anyone in your family has diabetes? Woo! Oh my goodness, hold up. That just got deep right there, didn't it? They're asking us to provide them information that could either hurt us. Then they start providing us what? Pills to combat whatever this is that we said we have. And they take this and it kills them. They're taking poison daily. Gee, this is no difference. The Tuskegee Syphilis Study, 1932, 1972, look how long that is, right? Was that unethical? Look how many years. 1932, 1972. So that's like 40-some years. Before someone said stop. Okay. Wasn't unethical for 40-some years. Come on. Unethical practices being happening, lying, cheating, stealing, trying to inflict pain, harm. No difference than this. No different. Clinical study conducted by, wait a minute, hold up. No, it's not. Did I say the U.S.? You mean land? Hold on, no, that's the land of the free. You ain't gonna say that. No, you not. Land of the what? Free? Home of the brave. Yeah, they gotta be brave doing this right now, right? There it is, U.S. It matches. Oh, snap. It's the same U.S. right there. U.S. For those who have a hard time understanding that. You mean it will hurt us? Yep. Land of the free and home of the brave is that. What's this iconic? Let me make that big for those eyes who cannot really see. You might have to strain, put on those extra bifocals. All right. Is the iconic concluding line of there it is, U.S. Us. This is us. 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 Land of us. Land of ours. Land of us. Land of public health service. Dang, that's almost close to like the who. Woo! Woo! Yes. Woo! conducted by the U.S. Public Health Service. They always want to be ahead of somebody. We want to know your history, your background. Why? Can I know your background? Do you have gout in your family? Huh? Why are you naming all these things that we ain't never heard of before? Like, as you know, hold on, you like the Delilahs. You understand what I'm saying now? The Delilah is not just a woman. The Delilah is the hospital. Yes. Find out the information and then report it back to us. Find out their strength and weaknesses and report it back to us, and we're going to give you a check from conducting this poll. See, we giving the information as a poll, but when you take that information back, that's when you get a information. Remember, we was in Tron, and it was like, he's talking to him, saying all this little stuff. He's like, come here, bring us this to me. Yeah, let me see that disc. Oh, yeah. You don't have anything to offer me. They was looking for information. Certain places, they don't even want money. They want information. They don't want sex. They want information. But they'll use all those vices to get information. Now they're doing what with everything they got with the technology? Getting your information without you giving it no more.
Like, want to sleep with the girl to put that little thing inside of her to track her.
Yep.
He didn't really want to do it, but he had to for the mission.
He done, who can be tracked. So the U.S., us, Public Health Service, PHS, it tracked the progressions of untreated syphilis in roughly 400 impoverished Black male sharecroppers. What are they doing? Sharecroppers in Macomb County, Alabama, who were misled to believe they were receiving free medical treatment. Oh, this was America. America. Land of the free. Home of the sick. Let that sink in. The Star Spangled Banner. Look at that. Now, the star we're singing an anthem straight to Satan. You have no clue. Bright and morning. Yeah. Morning star. Claimed by him. It comes to me. But watch this, see? So why is Jesus and Satan referred to as the morning star? Light of the morning. That's where Illuminati comes from. Children of light, children of the morning, the bright morning star. Belongs exclusively. That's why I say exclusively. I come and take that part over. But also the bright morning star is also dealing with a location, a place. You see where the banner is? That will be the same place where the sun rises and go down at. From the rising of the sun to the going down. It says, you were this, and it says, I will give him the morning star. But Satan was called the morning star. And so now, when people see the Star Spangled Banner, they're singing literally a song devoted unto Lucifer. Now, if they themselves say that what is up is down, and what's down is up, then they're already telling you the whole order of things. No demon has been cast out in the church, not one time at all. They did a lot of play acting, but there was no demons cast out in the church. Why? Because the word says, I am the Lord, and that name is not JC. That is my name. I will not yield my glory to another or my praise to idols. Now, yesterday, we was just chilling. We watched a music video. And the cross is literally the Baphomet. Literally. It's just the outline of it, but you can't really tell it unless you really get up on it. Get up, yeah. That's why Tesla and all the stuff do the same, use the same thing. Tesla is the same. Now we keep saying like everything's got to have the mark of the beast on it, and we could be looking at the mark of the beast and don't even realize it. This is basically, this is the cross right here, for the most part. And we know this is the goat. You have the horns right here. Look, this is the whole face right here. The cross is no different. It's no different. The whole outline of the goat. There's no way that the Father said he's going to yield his glory to anything. Why? Because this right here is literally the goat. The Father said, remove the X. Notice when you play on a game show host, X is always used when you got something wrong. It's never used when you got something right. Unless you play X's and O's. Look, this is the number that, and they call this Red Cross. Red Cross and Blue Shield. Think about it now. The Red Cross is there to kill you. Finish him. Fatality. And it's in red. It's always in red. Red Cross and Blue Shield. That means guilty. Nigga, that's a bloody cross. Red cross. We take souls. Red cross. Look at this. When you need help, your packet is always like this. Your help packet. Signifying death. There ain't no life on this. We already said it's a mutilated body. So here we is got a package for mutilation. And we call it first aid kit. And it's got that sign on there of death. First, if we say we go to the cross, go to the church with a cross on it, we already said it's going to a cemetery, right? That's the same thing as on a box. Is that cross? Look, death. That means there's not a lot of stuff up in there to sustain you alive. This is crazy. Death is everywhere around us. But we used to think, watch this. If you're a Christian, you'd be like, look, they got the cross on the box. I got one in my house all day long. It's the cross of the Lord right there, boy. It's a mutilated body. Mutilation. High life. And guess what? This is a policy where everything has got to have this. If you are in some kind of medical team, whatnot, they say you have to have this cross on there to ensure everyone's going to have one on there. Because if it don't, guess what? It don't make it to this market. We could be looking at the mark of the beast and not know it. No one better buy, sell, or trade without not having his mark. And the cross could literally be the, notice how everything always got a cross on it? Like everything. Let's do it. For those who having a hard time understanding. Baphomet cross, let's do it. Number one, you should not be able to type those words in and find it. Oh my goodness. We keep playing with it. There we go. Just play with it. It's there. Yep. There we go. Just play with it. Play with it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You want to keep rocking it? Mm-hmm. Want to keep rocking it? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You want to keep playing with it? You want to keep playing with it? You just got a piece. See how Islam and Christianity right there in it? You're all connected with the making a Baphomet neck. Look at this. Making a whole Baphomet's head right here. So one everything right there. So y'all got a small piece of the back. We know one part, we prophesy one part. Y'all wearing a small piece. Let's play with this. You wearing your part. They got their part too. Let's play with it. It fits. Boom. How you doing? You want to keep playing with this? Go back what he said again. Mm-hmm. I am King Heartofpsalms. That is my name. I will not yield my glory to another or my praise to idols. Like I said, we could be looking at the mark of the beast, but don't know it. And watch this, no Christian will ever think it's the mark of the beast. That's the funny thing about it. Nobody in Christianity will ever think the cross will have a part to play in the mark of the beast. Nobody. But you have to understand something. Truth is not biased. It's absolute.